Hello everyone, course BSc, subject physics, paper semiconductor devices, digital electronics, laser and fiber optics. Subtopic bipolar junction transistor biasing, DC load line analysis of transistor. Presented by Bhummalingaya B, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, Srimati Sri YER, Government First Grade College, Pavagada. Introduction to BJT biasing. BJT means bipolar junction transistor. Transistors are used in different kinds of circuits. These circuits are meant to serve a specific purpose. Example, the circuit may be used to increase the voltage per power level of an electrical signal. Such a circuit is called an amplifier. To use the transistor in any application, it is necessary to bias a transistor to suit our requirement. The DC voltages are used to bias a transistor called DC biasing. DC load line definition. The DC load line is defined as a line on the output characteristics of a transistor circuit which gives the values of IC and VCE corresponding to zero signal or DC conditions. Once again, the DC load line is defined as a line on the output characteristics of a transistor circuit which gives the values of IC and VCE corresponding to zero signal or DC conditions. NPN transistor in common emitter mode. That is, so when no signal is applied to the circuit, DC conditions prevail. As seen from the figure, collector emitter voltage VCE is given by VCE is given by here VCE is equal to VCC minus ICRL. That is equation number 1. So before explaining to this, we are going to again to the circuit diagram. So here we see no signal is applied here. That means here there is a battery. There is a battery VBB. VBB is the battery, and IB is the base current which supplies from the signal or audio oscillator, or it may be audio oscillator function generator, whatever. So whatever here, RB is the base resistance. VB is the voltage. VB is the base voltage across base to emitter. And IE is the current flowing to the ground from the emitter, that means from the transistor. So here NPN transistor is kept. So here C is the collector and E is the emitter and B is the base as usual, and VCE is the voltage across collector to emitter. So this is the input section and this is the output section. So here RL is connected, that is load resistance, and IC is the collector current which flows from battery VCC to the transistor. Here NPN transistor is given. So here the output characteristics of the circuit, characteristics of the graph is drawn here, and when here the VCE is taken along the x-axis, and voltage, the VC, that means collector emitter voltage, is taken along the x-axis, and IC collector current is taken along the y-axis. So here as in the earlier case, we had seen saturation regions, active regions and cut-off regions in common emitter mode and common configuration, common collector mode, and CC mode, that means CE mode and also CV mode as in the earlier cases. CE amplifier. Here the circuit diagram is given here. So here input signal. So input signal is applied to the circuit, the output signal is like that. So amplified output signal is output like this. So here this is known as the DC biasing point. This point is known as DC biasing point. Biasing point. Here R1 and R2, R1 and R2 are connected. That means here the voltage or current is biasing from here. So therefore this is the VCC battery which supplies the voltage to the circuit, and here C2 and RE is connected parallel to the emitter, and these two are connected to the ground. So therefore VBE across VBE we have to measure the voltage from here to here, and the output can be shown like this. So therefore the output characteristics of the circuit diagram is given here. So this is the characteristics curve of the DC load line. DC load line. When no signal is applied to a transistor circuit, it is said to be in the quiescent condition from figure A. So shows a CE amplifier in the quiescent condition. The collector circuit DC supplies battery VCC, sends the collector IC through the load resistance RL and the transistor. The voltage drop across the load is ICRL. Then the value of collector to emitter voltage VCE at any instant is given by VCE equals VCC minus ICRL. That is VCE is equal to VCC minus ICRL. That means the voltage developed across RL is given by ICRL. That is equation number 1. Further, the equation can be written as IC is equal to minus 1 by RL into VCE plus VCC over RL. That is equation number 2. Here minus 1 by RL and VCC divided by RL are constants. Again, if IC is plotted against VCE on the transistor output characteristics, we get a straight line from the figure B. So this line is called the DC load line because it depends on RL. Y is equal to mx plus c. Y equals mx plus c. The slope of the line is minus 1 by RL. The intercept on the y axis is VCC by RL. So here the figure is given, the diagram is given here. So this is the straight line. Straight line represents the y is equal to mx plus c. So here IC is against the VCE. So this straight line is known as y is equal to mx plus c. Plotting of DC load line. To draw a load line, we need 2 points of the straight line. That is, when collector current IC is equal to 0, then collector emitter voltage VCE is from equation number 1. VCE is equal to VCC at IC is equal to 0. VCE is equal to VCC at IC equals 0. When IC equals 0 here, when IC equals 0, VC is equal to VCC. Here IC is equal to 0 at this point and VC is equal to VCC. Again, when collector emitter voltage VC is equal to 0, then collector current from equation number 2. When VC is equal to 0, then collector current from equation number 2. Equation number 2 is VC is equal to 0. That means IC is equal to VCC by RL. So in the graph, VC is equal to 0, IC is equal to VCC divided by RL. Divided by RL. That is equation number 4. Thus, we get point A, IC is equal to VCC divided by RL and VCE equals 0. Joining the points A and B, we get the DC load line or straight line. Location of the operating point Q. This can be explained in the next session. And here also, when VC is equal to 0, IC is equal to VCC by RL when VC is equal to 0 at this point. And at this point when IC is equal to 0, so we get VC is equal to VCC. VC is equal to VCC. So this is when the these are the different IB currents. IB current, that means base currents, different base currents or base curves are there. Okay. So importance of DC load line. So here we can find that the value of VCE corresponding to any given value of collector current IC. For example, for IC is equal to OC, here IC is equal to OC. So there is OC, IC is equal to OC, VC is equal to OD. VC is equal to OD as shown in figure. VC is equal to OD as shown in figure. When IC is equal to 0, at this point, when IC is equal to 0, VC is equal to, at this point IC is equal to 0, VC is equal to VCC. VC equals VCC at B and as a maximum value. So here is a maximum value. When IC has its maximum value, A equals, when IC has its maximum value, A equals VCC by RC at VC is equal to 0. At VC is equal to 0 at this point. So thus the load line gives a more convenient and a direct solution. References. So these are the books through which you can study for more information. Thank you, one and all.